Erykah Badu has no place on that album. She can do one.
Why you gotta say it like that? Hey, I don't like your tone.
She can do one. You get me? Anyways, I like the Stevie Wonder one.
Right, hold on. Man says she can do one. That Strongbow is hitting, fam. Do one.
That's a sling
Sling it.
Erykah. With the stuff you wear, all the funny stuff you wear in your head.
It's all recorded on camera. I'm just saying,
it is. Yeah, is that you, Tevin, singing Company?
I need some company. That's my background.
Tevin's good. Tevin singing that because of lockdown too, bruv.
Trust. Boris is about to have man in the yard again, boy.
Just leave the gyms open. That's all I know.
Which is hilarious, yeah. Because Boris basically said if you're kicking ball, if you're at work, if you're at school, Corona's not interested in it. Don't turn up them places there. But if you're in a pub and you're with your mates and you're at home, yeah, coronavirus is active. That's why it's the most dangerous. Fuck out of here, man.
He just doesn't want people to socialize, bruv.
I don't know why, man. But
I
think it's more of a deterrent for like younger kids to do house parties. Or not even younger kids, man. Everyone was doing house parties. I think that's trying to lock off. Everybody was out here doing.
That's the thing I don't get though. Like that's the thing that's kind of irritating. It's like the rhetoric is like it's all young people's fault. It's like we do eat out to help out. We'll try and encourage people to go back to work. We'll open pubs from 6 a.m, where it's all the young kids' fault. Yeah, that Corona's a madness. Like, where's the sense, bro? It makes no sense.
Someone even put up what's it called? I saw a tweet where someone was saying, you ask people to go back to school and uni. Those are all young children. You're asking. People to go back to bars, restaurants, and blah, 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 which also employ a very young workforce. But you're saying kids thought that coronavirus is spreading. As that makes sense. You know what I mean? The people that you're asking to go back out.
In fact, while we're on the subject, fuck Boris, fuck Dominic Cummings, fuck David Vance,
fuck David Vance,
fuck Petey Patel, that raggedy bitch.
That raggedy bitch, bro.
In fact, if you voted Tory, turn this podcast off now, cuz turn it off. We don't want that kind of audience here.
Nah. You know what? I can't lie. I've avoided jumping on the bandwagon, but Dwain, you're absolutely right. Petey Patel is a raggedy bitch.
Raggedy ass bitch.
I got no time no more, man. I got no time. What? David Vance is at his speed. He's another one who's just been talking shit on Twitter for years. I came across one of his profile a long time ago, and I thought this is a parody. It has to be a parody account. It's got to be. You know. This is somebody that's just talking.
He chats too much and confidently as well, bro. Confidently, he's chatting West.
I don't know how you can get away with talking that much grease and like be in a position of like some sort of authority, innit? Like, isn't there like again? Who are these Don's PR teams?
They don't have to be. You have to know, Chris. You have to understand their followers are gassing them up to say so. Like, remember, Twitter's like an echo chamber, innit? So for them, they're getting hella retweets when they're tweeting stuff about minorities and whatnot. They don't care. Like, it's good for them. The only reason. Oh well, where's it now?
You don't understand how he's got to such a high position of power talking shit like that.
Yeah, man.
The Prime Minister said he picking these smiles.
Fam.
Smiles and
I was calling gay guys bum something or something. Like, he's wild, bruv. Like, Boris was saying this on TV and no one said nothing. Like, that's the Prime Minister.
It's not even on TV or anything like word recordings. He actually wrote this when he had that column or when he had
and then
actual exit
text like.
And then you know what they'll say? They'll say, oh man, this is just a jovial guy. He's just joking. Get out of here, man.
Ethnic banter. Dwain, how many times did you hear ethnic banter?
Oh, bro.
It's not racism, it's just ethnic banter.
Well,
throw names.
If you're new to our podcast, welcome. It was a fuck Tory.
This was recorded.
Kind of vibe in the beginning, and understandably, fuck the Tories in this current predicament that we're in. I completely agree, even though I was very silent. But the guys were very, very expressive with their opinions. So, yeah. Anyone want to continue to talk about the Tories?
Yeah, man. Fuck them. Petey Patel's raggedy bitch. Boris Johnson is a dickhead. Who else? What's that other guy that cussed Rashford? What's his name? David.
Bro.
He got suspended. I think the messed up thing is about that we've seen You know what? Let me run a quick intro in it. Keep this all in. Yo, what's going on, people? We're clocked in. We're talking about politics. Look at the range. Look at the range. Shouts to Wegz is clocked in. Tevin's clocked in. Chris is clocked in. Look at the range. Tevin's got the wine. I think Chris has got the wine. Hey, Wegz, what you got, mate? Hey, look at Wegz keeping it young. I see you, bro.
That is hilarious.
Don't worry, Wegz. I can't chat, bro. I'm sipping water, fam. So you're good. You man are all
we have to call him Wegz for the rest of the night, bro.
Yeah, for real. Hey, Wegz, mate.
All right, Wegz.
All right, Wegz. Are you sure you didn't vote for that? Are you sure you're not a Tory either, Wegz? You know, drinking on that.
That's a chill.
You're moving.
Not like we're drinking them Tour drinks, boy.
Yeah, boy. Man's drinking them drinks. You drink at Reading and Leaf Festival, bro.
Loves chatting about tour, bro. When it comes to me,
bro, because that's when you were at your best, fam.
Peak
you
Wegz.
were really at your best. That's why, fam.
Hilarious, bro. Hey, look at the way man raised that, bro. Man said, I'm trying to forget about that, Tevin.
I don't know who that was.
But yeah, the fucked up thing is with the Marcus Rashford thing, sorry, is that as a human, you've seen what he's trying to do for kids, and his whole tweet was obviously it's never the child's fault. It's unfortunate circumstances. Sometimes the parents are messed up, etc. So for that guy to say blah blah blah, oh, but have you looked at the Afro-Caribbean community where men are leaving their kids and doing these to their girlfriends, etc. And he said it so confidently, like so calmly. Like, bruv, it's mad. What are you man's thoughts on that, man? I think I know your thoughts on it, but yeah, expound.
It's the confidence, bruv. It's the confidence. Yeah. How can you be so confidently bigoted? Ask someone else, bruv. I'm vexed, bruv.
Damn, that was short. That was short and angry.
Do you know what was even worse? It's the fact of, first of all, what he said, he's just a dickhead. Like, you can't even really give that too much attention, because what he just said was just so dumb. But it's the fact of Marcus Rashford didn't come out and say he's only doing the food bank stuff for black children. He didn't say that. It's for all children. It's for any children anywhere. He wasn't saying it's only black children and whatever. Like, it's all children. But this guy decides to come out and pick him out because he's the one who's the main face of the campaign, and he's the one who's making a change, which is really fucked up. Like, how are you trying to come down on somebody who's trying to do something that's good?
For real, help Tevin to help kids for child poverty. And you want to bring up the problem that you lot created in this system, in the cyclical system for Afro-Caribbean parents, etc. And that's a negative stereotype anyway, but you lot wanted to harp on that. Like, it's fucked. And as Chris said, the confidence to say such things. And I only think he got suspended because of what's been going on with the Wileys and the Tommy Robertsons. If this was 2 years ago, man would still have a Twitter account, because he got suspended today, I think I saw. On Twitter. Man would still have the Twitter account.
It's not even about if this was 2 years ago. Go and read his tweets from 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Go back and look through his timeline and see the type of stuff he says. He says shit like that all the time. He says wild stuff all the time, man. Like, he has been somebody who's been talking rubbish on Twitter for years. Another one who's flown under the radar, but all of a sudden, you're spot on. He got kicked off Twitter today because of Wiley. Yeah, because of Wiley. That's it.
Yes.
If Wiley get kicked off, he would have been letting it run anyway. And even, do you know another thing I noticed about that as well? He stayed on Twitter longer than Wiley did. They got Wiley out here in like 10, 12 hours.
Out of here.
He was out here. And he was out here on YouTube and blah, 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 blah. These men just took him off Twitter. I don't know if he has an Instagram or he has any of those other platforms, but yeah.
He's an MP? Is he an MP?
Yeah, he's an MP.
Bruv, how is he in government, bruv? How is he in government, bruv? That's the question. Fuck, you man are talking about Twitter. This guy has these views and he's representing at least one constituency, bruv.
No, but Chris, once again, you have to understand the system which provides these, man. The system is for them. So it's a bunch of them that think like that in that system, in that establishment. So it's not a surprise that in a way we shouldn't be shocked. I think the only shocking thing is for me is what Tevin said. My man Rashford is trying to do something for children. Man wants to end child poverty. You got onto him for that, bro. You man they have no souls. These are the devils, These are demons, bro. Like, bruv. Nah, man. Hey, man.
When I saw the whole thing, I was like, it reminded me of like when they started to come for footballers during like the lockdown. It was like, oh, they should take pay cuts, all of that. It reminded me of that, and I was just like, hold on, the conversation is a bit different now. They're talking about people which are, in hindsight, they're not as privileged as MPs. You know what I mean? You're talking about like below in the pay scale, below you, and you're having that opinion below you. Like, it's not right having it above you, but below you, you're a low person if you've got an opinion like that for some like people which are starting life, and you expect them to be like, oh, they should survive. That's what he's basically saying. It's mad, but
who was out here that was tweeting like, oh yeah, like broccoli only costs £1 or so? Someone said like something along those lines when people were talking about, healthy food or eating healthier is expensive. And one fool was like, yeah, broccoli only costs £1. Like, I was just like, what world do you lot live in? Like, you lot live in a different bubble altogether, man. Some of these dons, like I said earlier, man, fuck all them Tory wankers, bro.
All of them. Nah, Tevin, all of them. These men are demons.
They got Jeremy Corbyn out of here because man wanted to help people. It's like helping people now is just a bad thing to do. It's like, don't help no one. You get me? Everyone's got to fend for themselves. It's like, come on, man. How can you be so soulless, bro?
Hey, man. I done said, bro. These are the same people, the ancestors traveled to Australia when there was no boat to bag.
By boats.
There was no plane back then, you know. How much commitment you need to have to bag off a couple of man. A couple black men like that, Aboriginal people, just to do that. Like, no planes. Yeah, these men are ruthless, bro. They're soulless, bro.
With the whole politics and Tory shit and all these people, it's people that have never had to struggle don't understand what it is to be like, and they feel like, right, you're struggling because it's your fault, even though you have been in a position where you're blessed enough. Unfortunately, you never have those struggles, and you don't feel like other people should be helped. Those are the people that are leading the country, and I mean, look at all the people. Look at in terms of people that run the country, like Boris Johnson. Those guys went to Eton and Oxford. Do you think Boris Johnson,
the establishment,
in his life?
Yeah.
You think he's ever had any problems where his parents were struggling to make ends meet when Eton is 29 bags a year?
Yeah, man.
I mean, they don't understand what real life is like for everybody else down here, man. But
I think that's why, like, leading on from that, that's why I shouldn't have been surprised. But with Jeremy Corbyn, there was a guy that actually cared for the people. I don't think we've had that even, like, looking at politics. We didn't get that from Tony Blair. We didn't get that from Ed Miliband. Like, when I saw Corbyn, I actually saw hope. I was like, rah, this done is actually for the people. And England still managed to fumble the bag. Like,
nah, it's not even about England managed to fumble the bag. It's just the fact of, like, don't get me wrong, when people, I don't know what it was exactly that he said that was anti-Semitic. But that was never going to leave him ever.
Who?
It was
Corbyn.
Yeah, Corbyn. I don't even think he said anything that was outright anti-Semitic, but I think
but you know that community.
Palestine and Israel. I think he mentioned one side or the other, and then people said Semitic. I don't know. That's my just basic coming up with what I think in my mind right now. I'm not accurate. Don't hold me to that. But,
no disclaimers on Tevin, please.
No. Because, right, listen, like I said, I accept it when I'm wrong, but that's what I think it was, because I've never really researched it fully. But I just know that they always try to come at him for being anti-Semitic, because they know that's how they could get him out of here. That, like, always. But either way, man. But it's just what I find most hilarious now, is a lot of the things that he was saying and he wanted to bring into Parliament.
Look what's happening.
It's what's happening.
Yep.
And people said there's no money for that. There's no this, that, and it's like, well, there is money for that. Like, you just don't want to do it. You know what I mean? It's there. The money is there. You're just choosing not to do it. But
move your stush. In hindsight, we still have to praise Marcus Rashford for continuing with the regime he's doing. He's more than a football legend right now in my eyes. He's an
activist, basically.
Yeah, he's a humanitarian. Like,
that's the word.
He's doing the most for the UK children. Like I can say, he's doing more than the freaking government standard in the last. I don't know how many years. Obviously, the government that got free school meal provisions or whatnot. So, respect, but that's been going on for ages. But the fact that Marcus Rashford is going on off his own back as someone which is like a paid person which pays tax, whatever, and doing it and pushing the government to push through with things. Listen, hey, you gotta hold it up to him. I gotta respect him for that.
No, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Chris on the small screen. Looks like an unlocked character on PS2.
It's dark in it.
Yeah, because the sun's gone in it.
Listen, it's dark in here. It's dark in my room, fam. Do you get me?
Fair. Don't worry. When you come up on the big screen, it's calm. But speaking of the government, hey, let's get to the important questions, bruv. Who's got babies for lockdown 2, bruv? Talk to me.
Oh, how did we get here?
All right. Now you got the one in the tuck like babes, man. Obviously, look, we can't meet.
Listen, Tevin definitely does, bruv. That's why he has red wine left in the yard.
Yeah,
Cause
that's for real.
that's the last night's encounter, fam.
Yeah,
Listen, that's my babes, innit? I tell you now, listen, lockdown 2, you said you want to see who my babes is. This is my babes, man.
Hey, Yellowtail. Hey, you're a man of culture. You're a man of culture, you know.
That's my babes. That's my babes for the same babes I had for lockdown 1 is the same babes I got for lockdown 2.
Hey, what? You're loyal. You're loyal like that, yeah?
Loyal. Hey, ladies, you hear that, man? Tevin's loyal still.
Hey, he's loyal, man.
All right.
Man said cheers.
Jesus.
Cheers. I say geese, you know.
But is that a serious thing, though? Has that been confirmed? Lockdown 2 is inevitable, or what?
Oh, no.
Nah.
We were talking about me and my work colleagues were talking about this. I don't think there's going to be a lockdown like we had initially. I think if there's places that spring up with infections or rising infections, they'll close that town or city off. So if you're in, you know how there was Bradford or Leicester, whatever, where they said they had they were rising Leicester. They'll be like, yeah, Leicester, everything shut down. You man stay at home, don't go out. But in terms of everywhere else, it's not going to happen, man. I think the government has gone too broke to say you can stay at home all the time now.
Nah, Tevin, you're right, though. You're right.
Yeah.
They've the furlough thing, as much as it helped a lot of people, don't get twisted, like a lot of unemployment, fam, they're going to say, if you're in this area, you're working. But the same, if you could be in IT here, but that part of IT is fine, you're working, big man. We ain't cutting IT today, fam. You're working for IBM in that part. You better have another office ready for work. That's it, bro. That's how they're going to move.
You don't say for IBM, bro.
It's just a company that came to my mind.
If they might sponsor us, bruv, you have to keep that in mind, bruv. Don't be just sending for companies, bruv.
And they will be open.
I don't think that was a sin.
We've been talking recce about everyone else, but IBM is really
Tories, fuck them. Who cares? But IBM, like, you hear me?
Sorry, Chris. That's my geezer shit.
Fucking hell, bruv.
That's funny. It's weird how he's kind of nothing really makes sense with the whole, maybe 6 people, but then schools are calm and blah blah. It's off right now, innit? But we know what that is, man.
It's just contradictions, bruv. Everywhere you go.
And it just seems like they want to blame a certain age of people for Corona, when we know we weren't really the ones that were. When it was Veterans Day and all that, and all these, people of a certain hue, I should say, were out here on the roads. It wasn't us.
Out here on the roads. These dons had dons clapping every day. I see them on the bridge, bare people on the bridge, no distance and nothing, just there. Like,
I'm surprised they haven't put the relation to like places. I don't want to say single these places out, but like places like Brighton and Bournemouth, which have beaches, and they were all youths. Like, what the hell? You haven't even mentioned all that at all. And this is like last 2-3 months since everything's kind of creaked its way out to normalization. Like, the fact that they haven't even brought that up is a madness, because, bruv, you can be coming from Manny and you go in Brighton, and that's the problem. And they haven't even put police around there.
Bruv, all that shit is bullshit, man. The government don't know what they're doing. They don't know what's going on, man. I was even saying to my boy, you see, what's his name? Boris and Dominic Cummings. I'm pretty sure 10 minutes before that daily update, yeah, they just go back to each other and say, "What you say today, like?"
So, Dominic, what are we going to do today? Are we going to work? Are we not going to work? Is it 6 people, or is it?
I think it's making sure, like, okay, let's really think about. You see this, the rule of 6. No groups bigger of 6, outdoor, indoor, whatever. But you're allowing organized sports, football. On any given day, you have 30 people playing the game, let alone spectators that are there. Fucking schools, you're saying no groups of 6. Private schools have more than 20 kids in a classroom, and you're talking about no groups of 6. What?
Doesn't make sense.
As said, he teaches 5 lessons a day with more than 20 kids. And you're saying, yeah, that's okay. But linking up with having a house party in your house, no, don't do that.
Not to defend, because I'm not even doing this, but
you're proper on your geezer stuff tonight, ain't you?
Hear me out loud.
Put your stone down. Go get some Magnum. Go get some Magnum and come back.
Out loud.
You should be happy you have jobs, okay? Yeah, you came to our country and you're taking our job. You should be happy.
I'm not that bad. But what I'm saying is that what they said, I think the quote when they televised it or whenever was not what they meant to say. And like what I've heard is that they're trying to say groups of 6 in a setting where it's not structured. So like schools, it's a structured thing. you know what I mean? They're set in like risk assessments and all that. Hear me out, Tev. There's a lot of risk assessments behind it because I've had to do bare shit on a separate note for a lot of outdoor activities and stuff. So I think they're trying to stop up link ups, but the way they dropped it wasn't cohesive for everything, like work, schools, like shops being open. They never put it correctly. Because, like you said, Dwain, they probably just hey, how should we word this one? Yeah, should we say this one? Yeah. That's how they probably came out. So they've missaid it, but they've missaid a lot of things over this whole fucking 4 or 5 months. So I'm not shocked that everyone's reacting like this and thinking there's going to be a lockdown too. But if I'm being honest, when the money's involved with them, their stuff's going to be open. Don't get twisted.
Yeah,
but they will have local lockdowns. But I can't see them ever lock down London, if I'm honest.
Nah. London, they're trying to make London like Hollywood, man. They will never, man. That's their millionaires' playground, man. Like they ain't gonna do that.
That's IBM's playground, just to get them back on side, Chris, right?
If you're watching IBM,
give me. Who the hell would IBM be watching a part-timers podcast?
Listen, you never know. You never know.
No, you're right.
They might buy Zoom for us, man.
What?
They might buy Zoom for us, man.
For us. Us.
They don't know.
Zoom is soon to be done, man. Zoom is soon to be done, fam. Studio sessions soon come, man.
But yeah, we're gonna move on to the music. But just one more thing. Fuck the Tories. We hate.
Fuck them.
Obviously, their music came out on a Friday. SZA dropped, Bryson Tiller dropped, but we're gonna start with Wegz' guy, Big Sean. Big Sean dropped Detroit 2 on it was the Friday. How did you, man, feel about it? Like, Big Sean, obviously one of the rappers that came out with the class of like Cole, Kendrick, Drake, etc. around that time. Because when Finally Famous dropped when we were in uni, innit?
Yeah.
So Big Sean's actually been about for a minute, man. So how did you, man, feel about Detroit 2? Obviously lyricism songs. Yeah, whoever wants to start, go for it.
I mean, Tevin, you want to start? You want to start?
Or me or you? I know you're itching. I know you're itching to sing praises.
I can start, but if I start, you won't get me to stop. Anyways, let me go. I think
he wanted to go from the beginning. Let's not try shit.
I think this might be my top 2 Big Sean album. I mean, that might not shock a lot of you, because I know a lot of you might not have rated his previous albums, but for me, this album was sick because I can only compare it to Detroit 1, or Detroit when it was called just that.
Ooh, Detroit wavy though.
Yeah, but I feel like this one had a better structure to it. Even though it had the similar structure of having like the stories being told.
Stories,
which was a good thing that I saw that it continued with. I mean, if I'm being critical about it, the Dave Chappelle one, straight out top class banter. I can listen to it every single time and I find it hilarious. The Erykah Badu.
Don't cuss Queen. Do not cuss Erykah Badu in my presence.
He puts me to sleep. I skip that every single time. I'm not trying to hear that. The Stevie Wonder one.
You don't know Erykah Badu's steeds, man. You don't know her bag, fam.
I don't care.
Man.
On this album, I don't care. I'm not listening to R&B, fam.
2012. What did you say? 2012. That's where it starts with Wegz. 2012 onwards.
Yeah, man don't know about on and on, Baduism and all that, bruv.
It's funny because you lot all say 2012, but when it was 2012, you lot were saying, it was only 2003. It was, and if you not knew me in 2003, it would have been, it was flipping 80s. But we're here. Erykah Badu has no place on that album. She can do one.
Why you gotta say it like that? Hey, I don't like your tone.
She can do one. You get me? Anyways, I like the Stevie Wonder one.
Right, hold on. Man says she can do one. That Strongbow is hitting, fam. Do one.
That's a sling
Erykah.
With the stuff you wear, all the funny stuff you wear in there.
I know what you do.
Rah.
I shouldn't know what she's talking about. Where are you from? Africa? Leave.
Whoa, Dwain, let's relax.
I know that's how you are sounding.
Nah, what? But Erykah Badu for me, I can't listen to it that much. But what was I saying? What's the other guy on it? Stevie Wonder. I liked his story. They were very good in comparison to the previous ones, Detroit, because this is the only album I can compare to a previous artwork, piece of work, which is quite similar. Let me get into the songs now. The
Hold on,
lyrical.
hold on.
Go on, Tev.
Hold on.
I know you want to say something.
No, quickly on the Erykah Badu thing. How can you hate on a spoken word skit about Detroit?
Get me?
You know
How
what?
can you?
I'll explain because
It's
on
part of the
Detroit,
album.
the original, I did not like. Like, I think he had like 4 people on it, and I didn't like any of them. Do you know what I mean? I didn't like any of the people on it. This one, I've liked 2, but Erykah Badu's one needs to hit the road, Jack. Need to hit the road, man. But
Mate,
yeah, Stevie Wonder was good, and obviously Dave Chappelle, elite shit. On the lyrical shit, let me tell you, yeah, this guy did a lot of shit to a lot of songs, but I'm happy he came with a lot of inspirational shit from the top to the vibes in the middle and to the Detroit shit at the end. I felt like it was split into 3 parts, the album. He had like the Why Would I Stop, Lucky Me at the beginning, where he was spitting like lyrical shit for me. Deep Reverence, he was going in with obviously Nipsey, R.I.P. Nip, Buv. And then the middle segment, boy, that's when he turned it up, and I was like, bruv, he's got some beats on here which he's bodied. Harder Than My Demons, Zen the Fuck Out, Guard Your Heart, Wale, Anderson .Paak, Jesus, my goodness. I was like, oh my goodness, where's this music come from? What is this what everybody's doing in quarantine? What's going on?
I feel like that's one thing I definitely liked about the beat selection for me was top Hit Boy personally.
Yeah.
Hit Boy on the beat, so bitch, you gotta go berserk. You went berserk on this beat, bro. Trust me.
Hit Boy's on a run right now, bro. I can't even lie. He's on a run.
Trust me, he's on one. But Respect It, even with Young Thug, amazing.
Bro, Young Thug killed that track. Young Thug.
Lithuania, my goodness, elite content of a Hit Boy beat. It for me. I wouldn't put it as high as what's the song he has with Drake on Astro? Huh?
The one with Drake.
Sicko Mode.
It's not there, but it's just below. It's just below because Sicko Mode is elite Travis Scott, yeah. But this situation, oh my goodness, I was like, hey Travis, you're blowing my ears again. Yes. Nah, fam, they bodied it.
Sicko Mode is elite Travis. That's not elite Travis.
That's not elite Travis.
For me, that's my favorite Travis Scott song.
The album's good. The album's very, very good.
I even like
I have some criticisms.
You lot are saying you don't think that this album is that good?
Yeah.
Listen, I have criticisms. But I liked it. I do have criticisms.
You know what it is with Big Sean?
Go on.
On this album. Oh, sorry, Wegz. Finish actually. Go on. I'm interrupting. Go on.
All right. Full circle with Key Wayne and
fuck that, man. You're too polite. Say what you got to say, my guy. Fuck it.
That's
podcast,
wait, go. Finish.
Nah, man. It's the future. Full circle. I can only clap. I can only applaud that song. Even with the P. Diddy parts, because I know you lot love to rip P. Diddy. But his verse, not even a verse, he's talking over it, was, it was all right. I can just say it was all right. And then Lil Wayne song, obviously that song, I like the beat. And I like the way Wayne was on it. I don't like Big Sean too much on that track, if I'm honest. I've got to be honest about that track. Tevin is like, yeah, I agree. If you were going to say that, you were tripping. But yeah, I like the, what do you call it as well? The cypher, even though it was very long. That was very long.
It's a cypher, innit? And Cashflow killed that still.
Yeah. That was sick. But yeah, and then the Don Kennedy song to finish it off, I can't complain.
You know, I don't want to be the negative Nancy here, really. You know, I think me and Tevin will be on a similar thing. I'm not saying the album's not bad. It's a good album. I think with Big Sean, I feel he just, like, it's nothing new, if you know what I mean. It's not anything that wows me. Like, I feel with this album, okay, let me say the positive things first. I like Finding Me, Big Sean. When he's talking about finding himself, him being a better person, spiritually, etc. Sick, as you said. Why Would I Stop? Lucky Me. Nipsey killed that verse on Deep Reverence. Wolves is a very good track with Post Malone. Etc. But then sometimes I feel Big Sean, he likes to overcompensate. Like, there were some tracks, it just felt like he was spitting too fast, and it was like you're out of pocket. Like, Harder Than My Demons, I don't know if like switch up. I just didn't like the way he was sitting on that track. That's me in it. You can say, hey, close your mouth. You cuss Erykah Badu, bro. I can say whatever. I can say whatever. Anderson .Paak is a cheat. And you don't know actually, you cuss Erykah Badu, bro. I'm fuming. Anderson .Paak is a cheat.
You lost your mind.
Nah, you know what it is with Big Sean? My thing is, verses, he's sick. Some, I don't know, songwriting, some of the songs, they just don't hit like that. But I think for me with this album, I have to sit with it and I have to proper grow with it, because I think it's one of them albums I need to not listen to over and over again, but maybe like 2 months from now, I can listen to it and okay, yeah, that was sick. And another month from after that, I can be like, okay, that was sick. But yeah, man, it was good. Like, it wasn't amazing. It wasn't very good. Like, there's some good tracks on here. The cypher was sick. As I said, Cashto killed that. The stories, as you said, Wegz, from the first one, I like the concept. Full Circle was decent. Young Thug on that Respected song, fucking hell, bro. But yeah, Big Sean just doesn't give me like anything new where I'm excited to, you know, be like, yeah, man, Big Sean is dropping. And but saying that, as I said, the Finding Myself Big Sean when he's in that bag, yeah, I like that.
This is the thing I don't understand, because majority of his songs, okay, except for the hype tracks, yeah, a lot of his songs are very inspirational shit where he's saying real shit, and you like that from what I'm getting right now.
Yes.
My thing is that a lot of people don't, I won't say they don't understand him, but I feel like he's always been spitting that, and I feel like it's very similar to Wale, because a lot of people like Wale when he does verses, but if you listen to an album of him, they don't like it. And it's very similar to Big Sean, because people like Big Sean on verses, but they can't listen to a whole album of his and like it all. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
I hear it still.
The thing is with Big Sean, yeah, and it's interesting, like Dwain said, he came out with that class of like J. Cole and Kendrick and stuff like that. And I think with Big Sean, like, I think he lacks the lyrical, like, ability of the rest of these guys.
Yeah.
And like Dwain says, he overcomplicates with the flow, because I've said it, there's some Big Sean verses to this day, yeah, I'll spit that whole verse to you in your face with fire. Because there's some Big Sean verses that really slapped, yeah. But I think when you're on the track, and again, I think this is the thing for me. I like the album. I thought it was a good album, but I think on a lot of the tunes, the features carried him. I think on a lot of the tunes, he got drowned out by his own features. Do you get me? So I'll sit there and be like, yeah, I rated it. So even like, you know, the tune that surprised me the most, it was a Full Circle, innit? Because I don't even know who Key Wayne is, bruv. But I thought his verse slapped, bruv.
Yeah.
I'm liking these tunes, but I'm liking them more because of the beat, and I'm liking them more because of the features. But the thing is, I like Big Sean. Like, I've never been a non-Big. I've always been kind of a bit of a Big Sean fan. So like, if I'm saying, do I like the album is yes, but probably not for the reasons that like Big Sean himself would want me to like it. And I feel like that's a continuous theme. I feel like on a lot of songs he's been on, he gets drowned out by the other people he's on. Do you get me? So that's why there's no consistent albums. Like Detroit one was cool, like it was nice, whatever. But do you know what I'm trying to say? Maybe I'm rambling a bit. I feel like I don't know. It's peak, bro, because I like Big Sean. I've heard stuff from Big Sean to tell me that this guy could be.
This guy can rap. Like,
what did I say to you, Dwayne? I feel like sometimes this guy lacks confidence. He lacks self-belief, bro. Honestly, sometimes I feel like that on his tunes, bro. When I listen to songs he's on with other people, and I just feel like, I don't know, because I know you can hit that. Why is it that you're not hitting that all the time? Like, I don't get it.
You know, all of this stuff, yeah, when I hear this, yeah, for me, I just hear all the stuff people have said about Wale before. It's just reminding me of all of that.
Listen, they fall in that same bucket. Then they fall in that same bucket.
Yeah. But I think, you know what it is? I don't feel people understand what they're amazing at. And that's their
you know what it is? Wale is if we're being real, Wale is a lesser J. Cole. It's unfortunate they came out at the same time, but they had the similar content. J. Cole flew, Wale didn't. It is what it is. Like, you know, we can't. I think probably because they came out from that class, we kind of always compare them to the Kendricks and Coles and Drakes. And because they're not that, maybe subconsciously we're like, your thing. But no, I'm not saying Big Sean is not good. Please don't.
Listen,
Big Sean is way.
Certain people need to be role players, isn't it? Do you get me?
My music game.
Technically, he's a very good rapper. But I just think, just sometimes, maybe for me, I need to sit with this album because I do like some of the content, but it doesn't wow me in it. But Tevin, go, because I'm rambling.
Nah, do you know what? Like, you lot have covered off a lot of my main points anyway, but do you know what? This is a good album, but my number one thing I like it. There's a lot of songs on it I like. Like I said, the first thing that I picked out, which was his lead single, was that track with Nipsey, man. That shit, I'll play that. I'll be playing that throughout this year until next year.
Yeah.
Over and over again. Which is kind of, for me, that's what makes a good album, is when you can pick out songs when you're like, bro, I can listen to this like now, and I can listen to this next year, and I don't think I'm going to stop playing it. Like, it's a song that comes through. So loads of songs like Wolves, Body Language, what else was there? Respectable Young Thug, Lithuania, as it's spelled. I don't know how it's still.
As it said. That's how you say it. Lithuania, bro.
Yeah, Lithuania as it really should.
Kevin, if you see featuring Travis Scott, it's lit. That's it.
Wow.
That's it.
I'll give him that.
You can't say Lithuania.
It's lit.
Honestly, man, like I said, it's a good album. And like I said, do you know what's crazy? One of my favorite tracks on this album is Time In, the 2088 song, whatever that is.
Yeah.
This big show. That's one of my favorite songs in this album. I thought that was a big vibe.
I felt like it was a bit childish on it, personally. But I liked it.
But you like Janae like that?
But Dwain, this is the thing. I actually liked it on both the tracks. Surprisingly. This is the first time I can openly say, Janae, hey, I liked your shit.
I can't lie. As time has gone on, Janae ain't doing it for me, you know. I don't rate her like that, man. Her voice she ain't got an amazing voice, bruv. I'm sorry, she got no range. She got no nothing. There's no escalate. It's all one sound.
Man come through like Simon Cowell on X Factor, bruv.
I'm sorry. She don't bang.
One of the other criticisms I'll have about this album is, good Lord, this shit is long.
Yeah, it's long. It's long as fuck.
That's not.
I felt like it was too much music. I felt like as much as there was good music, but it's an hour and 11 minutes, bro.
That's crazy.
I listened to this shit in 3 parts. I can't lie to you, bro.
There was a point when I was playing it the first time. Yeah, I think I was playing video games or something like that. I actually looked like, is this still on? Is this still on? Like, what the fuck? Yeah, it's a long album, man. That's one thing I would have said. It would have been, if he had done it as an A and a B side, I think that would have probably made sense. Or like someone else said, if you had done it as 3 parts. If you would, like, there's different ways to do it, man. But I personally felt like there was a lot of music here.
When last did he release stuff? Maybe he just had a lot of shit he wanted to get off.
Nah, I think he did. Because when you listen to this album, he was going through shit. So he didn't release anything for a minute.
It's true, man. But like I said, I always feel that way about anybody who releases an album with 21 songs. I'm like, 20. I don't need to hear 21 songs.
Too long, man. Tevin, I want to say one thing. How long did you say it was? Like an hour and 11 minutes, yeah?
That's a long time.
Hear me out now. Hear me out. He's got a song which is 8 minutes long on that. So let's say that's about an hour now, yeah? An hour, 2 minutes. He's got 3 skits on there, yeah? Bro, that album's about a good 50. Good 50.
Yeah, long, you still have to listen to those. They don't.
No, you can skip because Erykah Badu, you're not wasting my time, daddy.
Why are you bringing up her name?
You know what?
What if she wants to sponsor the show, brother? You're slating her, cuz. What we doing, fam?
Chris, your mind is looking only sponsorships today, fam. First idea.
I'm here for every bag, bro. I'm here for every bag, cuz.
Relax, lockdown.
I will fuck up that bag before any of us. Man, we'll be trying to get into an entanglement.
Oh,
man said that down the way. Yep, that's me.
You ain't ever gonna be the same again.
But yeah, man. I don't like. I said, it's not. I don't want to come across like a thing.
Open my third eye, fam. You seen what?
Yeah, fam.
You saw what happened to Common.
Yeah, fam. Erykah Badu is the woman, bro. After everything's happened, after you have the love making experience, she'll make you tea with leaves, bro. You can't beat that.
I don't like tea.
And you got a cold soul, bro.
But yeah, man.
Don't drink it.
One verse I also want to bring up. I'll be honest with you. I'm not really a big fan of this guy. A lot of people, I give him his credit into the game and whatever. But Eminem's verse on that cypher,
yeah.
Good Lord. Good Lord. Eminem was sliding. Honestly, I don't listen to much Eminem because I don't really like his style of rapping because I feel like he just talks too much and he's not letting the beat actually breathe. And
breathe. Yeah.
But that verse, wow. That's what I would say. I know he's probably got other verses that are better than that and other verses, but when I heard this, I said, yeah, I see it still. I see why the level of rating people give you in this game because that was excellent. That was actually excellent.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I got to say, man. But yeah, man, overall, it's a good album. I rate it.
Yeah.
But like I said, for me, too much music. Any album, 15 tracks maximum. Fit your skits in there. Fit your singles, fit your club bangers, fit your deep shit. 15 tracks is what I'm giving you. 21, bro. Come on, man. I started to
fire, bro.
It's funny because the normal Detroit, bro, that was like an hour 20. That's why I'm just like, bro. I don't really like he's condensed it, and I don't really like the first Detroit, if I'm honest. But I'm like, this one, I'm happy he released the album.
I'm
This
gonna have
one's
to go
calm.
back and listen to it, but I don't remember the first Detroit. If I'm honest with you.
That's why it weren't great.
Is that the one that was ain't nothing more
No.
important than the moolah?
And he had that song with Chris. And he had that song with Chris Brown.
Who?
I swear it had that banger with Breezy. I can't remember.
Maybe.
That was uni times. That first Detroit, yeah.
Yeah.
Uni times. Word to Dylan, bro.
I like Detroit one.
Remember he banged the album up.
Yeah, I don't know. But
But
yeah, what was I saying?
What are we rating the album?
Personally, I'll give it a strong 7.5.
I'll give it a 7.
I was saying 7.
I'm saying 8, 8.5.
Oi.
It's not better than Amine's.
No. Come
Like,
on.
It's not even close.
Come on.
I
Don't
said,
disrespect
come on.
my guy. Don't disrespect.
Oh, don't disrespect your cousin. My bad.
Anyways, next, let's leave this one. Let's leave it.
Raggy's not here, but obviously he would have been the other R&B guy that I could bounce off because Cesar dropped something and Bryson Tiller dropped something. You man listen to that or not?
No, I listened to it. I listened to them, but I'm honest with you. SZA is somebody I'm not really I don't know much of her music, but I liked it. It was a vibe. I'm not.
Bro, that song, Tevin, spectacular.
I'll be honest with you. For me, it's not gonna rock my world. It hasn't changed.
Yeah, I hear that.
It's not gonna rock my world. Bryson, for me, that's another person where since Trap Soul, I'm waiting for another Trap Soul. And I know it's hard to strike. What is it? Thunder doesn't strike twice in the same place. But I'm waiting for another dope. I'm just waiting.
Yeah, I'm waiting for another exchange. Get me in my feelings, my G.
I mean,
come on, man.
It's good to hear that both of them dropped after a long time being out of the game, and they're nice. Yeah. Thanks for the records. Thanks for the vibes.
Thanks for the records.
Thanks. I might listen to it. I might not. See you later.
I might listen to it again. I might not, but you know.
For me, I would say just to see SZA's growth, I think that song is just spectacular. The Neptunes did their thing. Ty Dolla Sign's a cheat code. Just even her confidence in the video, she's doing choreography and blah blah blah. Just to see her growth, I just feel like she's just releasing things at a certain quality. And TD, they're looking after her. Like, it's sick. And I'm looking forward to the album, but I'm a SZA fan in it. T, you want to say something?
That's another thing I need to say about that track. The Neptunes are in their bag. I didn't know they had that in their bag.
Yeah.
I want to know, is it the Neptunes with Pharrell and Chaz, or is it just Chaz on his own?
No, I've heard it was Pharrell and Chad. I heard it was both of them. Yeah. And I agree with you with Bryson as well. I feel like Bryson's track is cool, but my thing is when you've been away for so long, bro, I need something that slaps, something that's like raw, like, you know, I've missed you, Bryson. It was cool, but it was just like like I've got this Bryson before. Like it wasn't I'm looking forward to the next Bryson project. It was just cool, innit? Like it wasn't
that song.
It didn't rock me.
That song for me ain't it at all. That for me it might be of his first release of like any songs for any projects and whatnot. This might be one of the worst I've heard. Might be the worst I've heard. I can't say it's anywhere near done. I can't remember.
Yeah,
I can't remember the first one that came off his last album.
Oh, remember it was Sign Tells Me that one.
Oh, you see that one? I can listen to
it. Banger.
This one, I don't want to listen to the album right now. He needs to go into the high quality timber and revisit these songs, fam. Because that song, I remember listening to it. I was like, bruv, nah, I didn't even get to the end. That's how bad it was. I was like, nah, this is not.
That's on top of it's a sample. That's mad.
Yeah, who? A sample again, Dwain? Are you trying to question me? I don't have.
No, remember the first minute of that song is literally just a sample. Remember, it doesn't say anything in it.
It was the long start, fam. That song took like a minute to start, fam. I got time for a Big Sean album to listen to an hour something, but if you listen to a sample for 1 minute, I haven't heard no lyrics. Nah, sorry. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done.
Why is there so much of it as a cappella, bro, for the other way around?
I'd rather listen to Erykah Badu.
Wild.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Easy.
Hold on. What did you say?
I said I was listen to Erykah Badu for and listen to
7K through, like, what the fuck you say, mate? What the fuck you say, mate? Yeah, fucking again, son.
In this game, man.
Mike, don't worry, Mike.
She's an OG and she'll be respected as such.
You get me? A lot of these women that people listen to now, they're all Erykah Badu's daughters, bro. So don't
Wegz don't respect nothing, mate. Wegz, once he's on the cans, he ain't respect nothing, mate.
Cut the cans.
Come cans, mate. Nah, it's funny.
That's how it is.
Nah, fair enough. Chris,
I like the SZA song. I did like it.
Yeah, Wegz.
What do you mean? I always like SZA.
Yeah, no. I just wanted to see your reaction, you know.
Can't sound me like that, mate. Not in this pub, not in this gaff.
Not in this gaff.
Not in this gaff.
I said, get out of my pub. Speaking of which, Wegz, what do you think about EastEnders season 2, bro?
That is a mazine.
I couldn't believe it, fam. That man spent how many years doing season 1?
35 years? 30 years?
30 years, season 1.
Pre-corona, post-corona. That's how you call it.
I couldn't believe it.
At least
that I don't know, man. I don't know. That's just them, man, doing. Why would you even say that? Why would you even say that?
You see why they said that? Because people like us, well, people like you lot that don't watch it are talking about it.
You still watch EastEnders?
Yes.
God. What? Peggy Mitchell and them, man, yeah? What, you trying to be in the square, bro?
Yeah, R.I.P. her.
Nah, Wegz would definitely. Nah, if Wegz had the opportunity to be on Albert Square, actually saying that, I would do it. Fuck it, bro. They gave me the.
Wegz would be like Winston. He wouldn't like say, but he'd be there. You know, Wegz is there.
I just be every evening, right?
Yeah, Wegz would be dirty Wegz, fam, and you dirty Den, fam.
Don't do that.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny. You know that was when they always do the dramatic entrances and they come into someone's room and they're like, hello, love. That's what Wegz is going to do. Like, just come in with a suitcase. Hello, love.
Everybody, as much as I made that joke, I missed another joke, fam. Wegz would be Alfie Moon, fam.
The chest hair, fam.
The chest hair, the shirt.
Chest hair and Hawaiian shirts, bro.
I'll be the Wegz, man.
Showing the bare cleavage, bro.
Man like Alfie Wegz break. You're right, son.
Right. I'm happy-go-lucky.
He's gonna come back. He's gonna be back soon. Don't worry about him.
I don't know, man. EastEnders used to be lit, but I don't know about now, innit? Like EastEnders used to be elite TV. But moving on to UK music, the Rated Awards were last night. You know, Posty and that. You know, representing East London in many different ways. Yeah. Hey, Tevin, you're not in your head already, like.
Because you know what it is? I'm looking at the winners of the awards, innit? I'm looking at the winners.
Go for it for us.
Okay.
No, wait, hold up, T. Before that, shouts to obviously Julian Moe hosting it and the performances. I thought some of them were sick in it.
They did a great job, man. They did
a great job. So good.
Crazy. Like the job they did with no people in the crowd was better than the Rated Awards I've seen when they have had the venue that they booked and whatever else. And like personally, I enjoyed what they did more in that little box by them two than everything else that they did.
Yeah,
they did. Like
it's because the crowd that the Rated Awards is just dry, bruv. But anyway, go on.
Yeah, man. Let me read out the winners. So, album of the year, we had J Hus, Big Conspiracy.
Come on, you know the vibes.
We had Tion Wayne, I Don't Know, featuring Stormzy and Dutch Avelli. Mixtape of the year, we had D Block Europe, PTSD. Female Artist of the Year, we had Stefflon Don.
Who hadn't released anything.
Yeah, Male Artist of the Year, we had D Block Europe. Video of the Year, we had H and AJ Tracy, Rain, featuring Take Heath. Personality of the Year, we had Chunks.
Come on, man, Chunks.
We love Chunks on this pod. Hold tight, Chunks.
Man, you can't hate Chunks.
Yeah, no, you can't diss Chunks. Chunks is...
You can't hate them both, man.
And if you ever want to do that sponsorship, my guy.
Do you think...
Anyway, go on, Tevin.
Breakthrough Act of the Year was Dutch Avelli. Well deserved.
Yep. He's been shooting.
Radio DJ of the Year was Kenny Allstar. And Producer of the Year was J5.
Yeah.
Those are the nominations. First of all, I definitely believe that J Hus Big Conspiracy deserved to win album of the year.
Yeah, that's a good album.
You know, hold on. This is another thing. Like, I need to remember how many albums were actually nominated. Because there were some of these awards I definitely felt were a little bit left. Some of these awards were definitely left. Like, the one I can say, off the top of my head, the ones I can say were left was Track of the Year, being I Don't Know came out like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
How can I be Track of the Year? It went up against Home Pussy. Home Pussy has been ringing, fam. What do you mean? Like,
I remember that.
Home Pussy has been festivals and whatever else yet going off. Female Artist of the Year, Stefflon Don herself said, I don't know how I won this. I didn't win shit.
I would have liked Darkwing to win that, you know.
Listen, like I said earlier, maybe she's been saying East London, innit? That's all I'm gonna say. That's the only way that makes sense, bruv.
Because your cousin Burna Boy is with her, so you're disrespecting your family right now, bruv.
That's hilarious.
Hilarious.
And then another one that I didn't really.
Well, Darko should have won that still. I would have liked Darko to win that, man, because she's been releasing bangers.
Who?
Darko. I'm trying to love you like a gangster. Yeah. She's hella bangers, man. It's been banger after banger after banger.
Crazy. Yeah, like I said, for me, it was either going to be Gangster or Home Pussy. I would definitely pursue over, I don't know. You know what I mean? Those tracks have been ringing since
I don't
the
like
last.
Home Pussy.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you know what?
I don't
Fair
like
enough. Okay, fair enough. If you don't like it, fair enough. But you can't deny what the song is.
Wegz, the Home Pussy don't make you feel safe.
Nah. I didn't say nothing about no real pussy.
Yeah, you don't fuck it up for him. Don't fuck it up. The whole pussy could be listening right now, cuz don't mess up the bag.
Wegz was shook, bro. He's like, Wegz said that cool. Like what? The whole what? Don't make you safe, Wegz, huh?
No, I'm not.
Don't tell me you love me when you're crying inside it. And if it's not making you safe,
I don't do any of that. That's all I'm saying. I don't do that. Tevin, you're trying to end me today, fam. Fuck yeah.
Nah, another one I thought was a little bit left was mixtape of the year, PTSD. I don't know. Compared to Bags and Boxers 4, I'm sorry, I'm always gonna bang for Blade, but I felt that was one of the best mixtapes of the year. And obviously it's crowning. It's another addition to a UK legendary series, as I said last episode. But yeah, man, for me, there was other mixtapes as well that was sick that came out, like what? Young Bane's Quarantine Tapes or Quarantine Files or whatever. That was another good one. But I don't know. There's loads of nominations and it's crazy, man. Some of them just didn't make sense to me. That's what I'm saying.
Listen, I'm not at no one. Don't get it twisted. But like, maybe it's just politics, isn't it? Like, maybe it's just like.
Definitely. That's part of it.
I don't know if it's by like voting.
Especially in London as well, in England. You know what it's like, London coastline culture, bro. You get me? Maybe it's just like, you know what I mean?
Especially with, like I said, the one that definitely told me that it was politics was Steph London winning Female Artist of the Year. What? You have not released barely, like, nothing. Like, do you know what I mean? Especially where, hold on, let me look up.
Tev, who did you say won breakthrough artist? Was it Dutchavelli?
That's deserved.
Was H in
the real talent in that family?
H.
Don't
H
do that.
Do you know what, man?
H had a good year.
He had a good year.
Yeah, but we ain't listening to H2O. The youngest do.
Yeah,
I ain't listening to that.
Nah,
I don't listen.
Yeah, but you've got to understand that this is outside of just us. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying. We don't listen to, I don't know anyone our age that listens to H, but I know the younger lots do. Like,
in all honesty, don't get me wrong. The one
But if H won it, I wouldn't be mad because H has had a sick year, and H is kind of sick. I wouldn't be mad.
Don't get twisted. I'm happy Dutchavelli's won it, but I'm just saying H could have easily won that as well for me. I'm not mad at that. But
yeah, one thing I would definitely will say is Female Artist of the Year should have definitely either been Darko, Rania, Miss Banks. Yeah, one of those three.
Little Sims released one of the best albums last year in Grey Area, and nobody cares.
See that we'll talk. Listen,
but you know,
we're gonna talk.
Yeah, I was gonna say when it comes to alternative hip hop and that, no one's right because Sims could spin a lot of rappers, a lot.
Dwain. Talk about that. We're gonna talk about that.
Okay, cool. You know, Sims is my G. You know,
of course, 1000%. But yeah, okay. Let me talk about the mixtapes of the year. Some of these are not mixtapes, some of these are albums, just to say.
Yeah.
But mixtapes of the year was H2O, was apparently a mixtape. Bags and Boxes 4, PTSD by D Block Europe, Dig That 8 Mile, Heady One, Music Times Road, K Trap, No Magic, M Huncho, Huncholini the First, Nate Smalls, What World, OFB, Front Street, Young Bane, Quarantine. Those were the nominations for mixtape.
On replay value, I can't lie, for me, M Huncho is winning. I banged that album out. Yeah.
But I thought that was the album. I've been thinking the album. Like, I think that's maybe another thing, is the distinction. Is it a mixtape, album, project?
No, there's albums. There's actually albums. Because like I said, hold on, there's the Album of the Year category, which J House won. And in that category, Odd Ads, Miskeen, Cadet, Rated Legends, J Hus, Big Conspiracy, JME, Grime MC, Kano, Hoodies All Summer, Krypton Conan, which is Sweet, Mo Stack, Stacko, Chip, Young Ads and Skepta.
I like that album. I like that mixtape.
Sneakbo 9 Lives and Stormzy, The Head is Heavy.
When did Stacko come out?
He's a funny guy. I'm just deep in that now, innit? Because the cat thing, bro.
Yeah.
I like that.
Sneaky.
The artwork is hilarious as well. You should see it, bro. It's like literally like 9 cats all together. They're all wearing chains and tracksuits and shit like that. He's fucking funny for that.
Yeah,
He's funny for that. He's funny for
Good
that.
mucking.
But yeah, man, like I said, I'll be honest with you. This rated awards, the vote, I don't know how it works, man. But this was.
I think some of it is voting though, T. I'm not too sure which awards, but I think some of it is voting.
Do you know what? It might be voting because I saw something on the GRM Daily website when I went on today. When I think they've released them at some point. But then this is now starting to feel like what the Movos is, where the music is released and when the awards are won, people are like, "What? How did that win over that?" Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if there's if it was just purely fan voting. By all means, let whatever won, because whoever promoted their thing first or the people voted and that's what they feel, that's what they do. But if it's inside panel, we're going to take fan votes into considerations, but this is who we're giving the award.
And it's politics, isn't it?
Then it's politics and some of your votes were off. Let's not do it, man. But yeah, man said certain gal are saying East London, that's outrageous.
Outrageous, team. That's outrageous.
If you have a better explanation, I'd like to hear it.
God, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna say another thing I did rate about the rated awards was the performances as well, and I do think not that even the artists were. I think because of obviously the situation, they were allowed to be more creative, and it did save them because a lot of UK artists can't perform live. But that's another conversation for another day. But I think in terms of kind of creativity, like in that kind of realm, I think the women are killing it in it. Like Brenya's performance was sick. Ivory and Doe's performance was wavy. Even now to the guys part, Dizzy's legacy performance was sick because you deep like how many slaps man has, bro. When he was just doing song after song after song, I was like, bro. Obviously we knew Dizzy's a legend and he's a pioneer, but fam, the catalog is mad.
Bangers. He's actually got bangers, man.
Yeah. That different, but yeah. In terms of performances, it's going to be interesting just to see how I think UK artists develop to that because. I don't think we've had like performance. Like obviously Stormzy's sick live, David's sick live, but it's all the other ones where I'm looking at performances and I see them performing like, nah. So it'll be interesting. But yeah, no. It was a good award show, man. As Tevin said, it does look a bit politicsy, politics with some of the winners. But no, we move on to next year, innit?
I did like what do you call it? The Kano video in the car. I thought that was that was wavy. Very wavy. As a concept, it was very mad, and he spoke some real shit. But that's Kano all over, if I'm being honest.
Kano, like that, like Daniel said last week, Kano has actually put together an elite discography, and when he releases projects like that or videos like that, it just highlights how much more of an elite artist that he is in this game. Like, just crazy, man. Okay.
I don't think we talk about that Kano Gets and D Double song enough. I listened to that today and fucking hell, bruv.
Which one's this? It's a new thing, isn't it?
We got love. I can't lie. Nah, at the time when it came out,
Class of Deja, that one.
That's like the only Grime tune I like because, to be honest, Grime is shit, bro. It's fucking shit. Sony Ericsson music. It's fucking trash.
Now you're sounding like a Tory. Go back to your estates. You shouldn't be doing
that. Because I'm here for hip hop. I'm here for UK hip hop. I'm here for it. You hear me?
I said, all you young people with your hoodies and your balaclavas, stay at home.
And all your fucking dances, fuck off. I'm joking. The dances are lit.
But yeah, man, do you know what? Honestly, hey, you know what, Chris? I agree with you still. Grime is dead now. I don't know about Sony Ericsson music because I respect the legacy, but in terms of today now, Grime is dead. But anyway. That's my opinion. I still think actually, no, Chris. If you're gonna say Grime is dead, you need to listen to JME Grime MC's album.
He would
listen to that. Honestly, JME is top tier Grime, and it will always be Grime through and through.
He gave me the word pumplex. I got a whole year of banter from that word. So that's to him still.
Hey, do you not like the Red Card tune by Frisco and the majority of BBK?
Oh, BBK, yeah, that was good.
That was a wavy track, Chris. If you're struggling to like Grime, that song, amazing.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I thought that was mid because it sounds like something else they've done. Because I can't remember what it is off the top of my head, but they use the same drum pattern or the same scheme for their songs. And I can't remember what it is off the top of my head.
There goes AR Tev. There goes AR Tev.
More producer Tev. Well,
Come on. But
you know, I don't know what it means.
Glass of Nature is a good tune.
It's cool. It's nice to see a record for them because, like I said, it's very rare in between that they'll actually bring out records like as Boy Better Know.
Fair enough. That's true.
It's not a song that I'm playing over and over again. There are other Boy Better Know songs that I've been like, when they dropped it, I'm like, I need to listen to that again. But this one,
fair enough.
I like Too Many, man. You know, I'll skank into that.
I end it. We're not doing that. End the podcast.
We're done here.
Yeah, we're done here. Hey, just run out of here, man.
It's a smash, but let's come on.
All right, people, thank you very much once again for joining us on a Part-Timers podcast. Before I get into anything else, fuck the Tories that actually fuck them motherfuckers, innit? From the bottom of my soul, yeah?
From my soul.
From my chest.
From my diaphragm.
You get me. But other than that, yeah, I've been Chris, Tevin, Wegz, Dwain. You know the deal, man. Like, share, subscribe. We always love to hear your feedback. We always love to hear, you know, what you like about the pod. Give us some ideas. Send us your dilemmas. Do you know what I mean? If you want us to start roasting one person in particular, let us know. Even if it's me, I'll hold it. You get me? But anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining us. Clocking into the Part-Timers podcast.